A man was sleeping peacefully in his tent when he was abruptly awakened by a terrifying event. A bear had started attacking his tent early in the morning. You can clearly hear the bear's heavy breathing and its claws scraping against the fabric. Fortunately, the bear eventually left, and the man survived this harrowing encounter. Ricardo Dianella, a 52-year-old from Brazil's Timbe municipality, was ready for an exciting hang gliding adventure. Hang gliding is similar to paragliding, but uses a fixed-wing glider for an adrenaline-filled experience. An onlooker filmed his flight, unaware they were about to capture a tragic event.
Meu Deus, minha Nossa Senhora! Ai, alguém segura meu cachorro!
Mid-air, the glider broke and Ricardo tragically fell. The incident raised many questions, but to this day, no clear explanation has been given for the glider's failure. It was a devastating tragedy that should never have happened, leaving onlookers deeply traumatized. A couple visited the St. Augustine lighthouse on a quiet day, with no other tourists around. The husband took a picture, but when they reviewed it later, they noticed something unusual. A woman appeared to be sitting or standing on the tower's edge. However, they were certain no one else had been there. So, who was she, and what was she doing there? According to the legend, a painter once fell from the tower, and his widow, Maria Mestre de los Dolores, is said to return to the lighthouse. As the first Hispanic female lighthouse keeper, many believe she still visits the site where her husband fell. But if both have passed, why would she continue to return to him? Wouldn't they already be together? In this story, we're headed to Belgium, where YouTuber Sayaz, along with two friends, plan to explore an abandoned campsite. But before they even reach their destination, something unexpected occurred. On December 29, 2023, the group arrived at the forest and as they stepped out of the car, heard distant barking from deep within the woods.
Het is wel spannend, ja. Pak hem op. Echt. Oh, man.
Upon reaching the forest entrance, they saw a tree marked with a sign that read, "Private. This is a space of prayer. Please respect it." Behind the tree was another sign warning, "Beware of watchdog." Ciaz noted that he hadn't seen these signs on his last visit, but undeterred, they climbed over the tree stump and ventured further. Soon, strange sounds filled the air, like a door creaking open.
Ja, ik hoor... Ja, hoort je het? Die deur, die wint niet. Ik hoor zo...
Nee, dat was een beest.
Zeker?
Ja.
Oh,
nee.
Waar is dat?
Dat was een deur,
Dat is een deur, hè?
Hallo?
Ik kan de wind ook gaan, ja.
Waarschijnlijk,
ja. Oh.
Maak ik ook voetstap.
Ik hoor van alles hier. Dit is zo fucking eng. Oh. Maat.
Hallo?
Choosing caution, the YouTubers decided to enter the forest from a different walking path to avoid any private property. They soon encountered another tree marked with red and white tape, with a sign reading, "No access, private area with camera surveillance." Again, they continued past it, unaware of what lay ahead.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh. Dat is toch niet mijn auto of zo, hè? Hier wordt letterlijk iemand gemarteld in dat bos. Dit is heel fucked. Dat is geen licht, kijk. Dat is geen licht. Dat is heel fucked. Dus, waar? Kom gewoon verder. Stel je voor, dat was mijn auto. What the fuck is dit, kerel? Die zit er al ook uit. Ja, wat ze komen daar. Zie ze. Zit daar in een lampje. Zo net. Ja, die komt naar hier. Kom naar hier. Kom naar hier. Blijf gewoon hier. Lamp aan of niet? Hallo? 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 What the fuck? What the fuck? Hey!
At one point in the video, viewers can see a woman in a white robe holding an axe, walking quickly toward the group. In panic, the three friends scattered in the dark woods, but their pursuer wasn't finished with them yet.
What the fuck is dit? What the fuck is dit? Ja, wacht. Hallo? Hallo? Je moet nu naar hier komen. Fuck. Ik hoor u niet, sorry. We zijn... Hallo? Ja, we zitten hier in een bos in Centerlo. We zijn hier in een bos. En dat is een verlaten bungalowpark. En ineens komt er een man met een mes of zoiets op ons af. We zijn er met 3. En ik hoorde ook kloppen. Ik denk dat mijn auto kapot is geslagen. En we zijn vies aan het gaan lopen. Zijn jurissen. Kom alsjeblieft heel snel.
When the police arrived, Siaz emerged from the dark forest, followed shortly by the woman.
Ja.
Moet even uw jas open doen. Jas open doen, ja. Goed, omdraaien.
Ja.
Maar dat is gewoon...
Hé, niet kallen!
Ja, ik ben hier.
Hey, het ligt aan mijn oor. Je zit zo nooit.
Mevrouw, het is de laatste keer. Hier blijven.
Maar wat is het?
Je gaat hier blijven.
Ofwel moet ik mee met mijn vrouw mee, ofwel moet ik hier blijven. Ja, dat is goed. Vanaf nu luisteren naar mij. Nee, ik ga niet luisteren.
Hé! Weet je respect hebben voor de kleren, ja?
Dat is geen respect hebben voor mij. Nee, dat gaan we niet doen.
Mevrouw?
Nee, dat gaan we niet doen. Dat gaan we niet doen. Nee!
Hé, gedaan. Nu is het gedaan, ja? Pak die land.
It reportedly took 6 officers to calm her down before she was taken to the station. The YouTubers described the ordeal as a trauma for life, grateful to have escaped unharmed. While on a camping trip, a Facebook user stumbled upon a stone monument and decided to take some photos. It wasn't until later that he noticed something unusual in the shots. A figure appears to be standing at the edge of the rock, facing the camera. When zoomed in, the figure looks almost ghostly with a pale face and long hair. Nearby there is a cemetery, leading some to speculate that this could be the spirit of someone buried there. A routine hike through a mountain forest in South Africa quickly took a frightening turn for this hiker.
I think we have found a perfect place to place the trail camera. So this trail running along here is literally the only entrance and exit for this entire valley. And you can see it's very narrow, so it's very easy to funnel the animals in one spot. You know exactly where they'll be walking. It's very...
He had planned to set up his trail camera to capture some unique wildlife footage. and as he ventured deeper into the dense woods, he found the ideal spot.
Just a one-way, it's not a through-way. So maybe a tree. I reckon this tree could maybe work, although that's going to be very obvious.
However, just as he was positioning the camera, he heard something unusual.
So it's better hidden. This could perhaps work. I have no idea what that was.
Realizing something was off, he swiftly packed up his equipment and decided to leave. Freddie Flintoff, a guest on Discovery UK's Alone in the Wild series, is an experienced camper with extensive knowledge and skills. However, one night while he was trying to sleep in his tent, things took a frightening turn.
Listen to the noise now. Everything's panicking.
As he settled in for the night, Freddie began hearing strange noises outside his tent. Just then, the camera went out of focus as a creature walked into the frame. It was later revealed that the creature was a lion. After a long day of exploring, this camper settled into his van, hoping for some peace and quiet. But then something unexpected happened.
I think someone's outside the van.
At 2:30 a.m., he was abruptly awakened by the sound of faint footsteps outside. Someone was attempting to open his van door, and suddenly, a loud crash shattered the silence. Hey! Looking outside, he saw his front window had been smashed, a clear sign that someone had tried to break in. Thomas, the creator behind the YouTube channel, Thomas Ominous Danger, is known for his outdoor adventures. In this video, he heads into the forest with his loyal dog, Archie, for what was supposed to be a straightforward camping trip. But as they search for the perfect spot to set up camp, things take an unexpected turn when Archie starts acting oddly.
Tell you what I'll do. I'll get some food going, some smidge spray on, and then I'll see how I feel. Just doesn't feel right. Let's get some food on. Archie! What's that about?
Usually, calm and close to Thomas, Archie becomes restless, darting around and sniffing the air intently. Noticing Archie's unusual behavior, Thomas begins to feel uneasy, sensing that his dog might be detecting something he can't see.
His dog's tail, he keeps looking over there. His tail. It's just completely dropped. He keeps looking in that direction. Birds, mate, just birds.
As Thomas prepares dinner, his discomfort grows. Archie's tail is lowered, and he's fixated on a specific spot in the forest, visibly disturbed. Eventually, Thomas decides it's best to leave.
Nah, Something's fucky. Something's fucky. Pardon my language. The first time I've ever sworn on this channel. Does that prove that something feels genuinely off? I once again feel that overwhelming urge to get the hell out and just go, which is exactly what I'm doing. I can't wait to look back at this footage and determine whether, like, my fears were justified, if it was just like my mind clearly playing tricks on me. That Archie was actually super calm and that it was nothing. But man, that didn't feel like nothing. Right now it doesn't feel like, you've probably noticed my voice has gone quieter. Bad vibes, man. Bad vibes. I don't feel the slightest bit of regret. I feel that I've made the right choice. What the fuck was that?
Just as they're about to drive away, an eerie howl echoes from deep within the woods, unlike anything Thomas has ever heard. Was it a wild animal or something more sinister? In October 2023, Gaz, a popular YouTuber known for thrilling camping adventures, sets out on another journey, this time into a dense, mysterious forest. The locals claim these woods are haunted by dark secrets.
I'm in this woodland and I've heard that pagans come in here to do their rituals. Is that what you want to call it? So I'm looking for, it's a large down tree and it's around this area somewhere. So I'll have to figure out where that is quickly because we're losing light. Just come straight after work.
With rumors of pagan rituals and strange gatherings, hinting at something ominous hidden within.
Don't know, does this look like a pagan ritual site? I'll tell you one thing, it looks creepy, so let's camp here, shall we?
Upon reaching a spot known as the Downfallen Tree, Gaz feels an eerie presence settle over the area. As night falls, he sets up camp, hoping for a quiet evening, but the forest proves to be anything but calm. As the night deepens, strange sounds emerge, footsteps, whispers, and an unsettling sense of being watched.
Oh, brilliant that, but I don't think it's for me in that. It was absolutely scorchio inside tent. Right, come on. Why is this light gone off? Oh, there we go. Is it just wind or what? Hey. I think it's just wind. It's picking back up again now. So I hope there's no widow makers fall on us. You know, wouldn't it? Oh, fuck! 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 Fucking hell! Where the fuck? Fendi! Fendi! Come here, mate. Oh, you're alright.
Suddenly, Gaz's tent collapses, trapping him inside. Panicking, he scrambles out into the dark, turning off his light and attempting to hide.
There's got to have been someone fucking around me there, hasn't it? Right, come here. Come here. Right, I'm going to turn this light off.
In a rush, he packs up and flees the forest, escaping an unknown threat.
Wow, what a crazy night that was, eh? When I was packing up, I managed to get my my sleeping bag and everything and get that in my backpack. Then I heard loads and loads of screaming, like shouting from men, and it sounded like there were about 20 or 30 of them. And then they all started running, and it sounded like they were coming towards tent, so I just grabbed my bag and off skis, because my keys were in my bag.
2 days later, Gaz returns to find his tent torn to shreds, and the mystery of that night remains unsolved. Larry, a dedicated RV enthusiast, loves discovering quiet, secluded places around the country to camp for the night. But on this particular evening, he had an experience that left him deeply unsettled. Staying as silent as possible, Larry switched off the lights, hoping to avoid detection. Then, the situation grew even more sinister when he heard it.
One more knock. Just one knock.
A strange, eerie scraping sound, like someone dragging their knuckles along the side of his camper. The next morning, he found his chair had been moved, positioned as if someone had been watching him.
Okay, this chair was over here by the table last night when I went to bed, or the last time I went outside.
YouTuber Lar Mendez and his girlfriend decided to camp out in a trailer deep in the woods of Sutton, Quebec.
Alright, I think it's time for us to do a Ouija, but I want to show you guys what our RV looks like. It's like this 1950s style like trailer. It's called an Airstream 50s style RV trailer, but it's super old. It's like really cool looking. I just wanted to show you what it looked like. Like, check this out. It's like this old, like, I mean, they redone it inside, but it's this old style trailer. We are located in the woods. Like, to get out, we have to follow that path. But look at this. We are in the middle of nowhere though. Our trailer, what is that? I don't know what that is. Hello? Yeah, check this out. Our trailer.
This wasn't just any trailer. It was rumored to be haunted. As they settled in for the night, strange noises began echoing from outside. They quickly set up a spirit box and Ouija board, hoping to make contact with whatever might be lurking nearby.
You ready to do this? I'm about to lock this. It's been a while since I've done a Ouija. Are you good doing this?
Yeah, I'm fine. Fine.
Kind of figured. It's been a while, so hopefully it goes pretty good.
With the trailer door securely locked, they began their session, attempting to summon any spirits in the area. The atmosphere grew tense as the unsettling sounds from outside continued.
You ask a question.
Is anyone here with us tonight? It was like creaking.
Yo, there's something coming from outside the trailer. Are you serious right now? Yo. It's going to yes. Where are you right now?
Hey, you there?
H-E? It just went to E. It said E right now. Are you outside? In your room? Oh my god. Yo, like, I'm not even touching that.
Oh no, same. I just said come here.
It just went to no.
Are you inside with us? I'm in. Near the pillow.
Yo, it got cold in here.
Yeah, it did.
I'm getting goosebumps now.
Brr. Oh my god, Omar.
Yo, it just went to yes. It just went to yes, so it's inside.
Are you nice?
SF. Is that on that?
That gave me like goosebumps.
Whoa.
That was like really clear. Can you tell us your name, please?
Is that say Ian?
That's what it sounded like. Same time.
Like, my battery.
Did you just hear that? That was like someone went like.
On the table?
But no, on the outside of our trailer.
That's so weird because my it's giving me the warning right now of my battery. I just changed that battery. That's full. That's a full battery. Are you draining my battery right now? Why are you draining my camera battery?
When they woke up the next morning, they found scratch marks on the camper. What could have happened during the night?
I kid you not, this is no special effects, no nothing. There's like marks. Like, look at this. I don't know if you can see it, but there's like marks on the side. And then look at this. There's scratches. I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's like scratches right there.
The urban exploration team Back in Time MC set out to explore a rundown farmhouse they believed to be entirely abandoned. However, they were in for a surprise. Inside, the house was filled with old furniture and dusty items. As they continued their exploration, they discovered a hidden staircase leading to an unknown area.
We come out of this room, we got sort of secret stairs part down there. Come into another bedroom. Wow, this is just full of clothes. Like an old bed.
While investigating, they noticed something odd.
And wow. What an absolute beauty this place is. Try to get the light a bit better on there, but look at that bed. The old Zimmer frame.
A clock was still ticking, despite the house's abandoned appearance, but the most shocking discovery awaited them on the bed.
So they still got the old bag, that's what the old people use these days, don't they? Get all their shopping in. Little table there with a few bits. Loving that wardrobe.
I'll just move in front of you. Can I help you?
Oh my god! Fucking hell! You're alive!
What?
Fucking hell, man.
You live in here, you can't live in here. Yeah?
No!
What do you mean I can't?
We thought it was abandoned. We thought it was abandoned.
You can't live in here. Yeah.
Holy shit! Are you okay?
Yeah, thank you.
We thought.
How did you get in?
There's a window that's open downstairs.
Window open? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
an open window. What we do,
We do
take
videos on.
pictures of like old farmhouses because we're really interested in it. Oh.
We thought it was abandoned because of this.
No, you live in here.
Oh no!
Why do you live in here? Is there no way you can go and look at it? Do you not think it's a bit? Yeah, it is. Yeah. Do you not got family? No. You haven't?
Oh Jesus Christ!
I haven't got anybody.
You scared the life out of. You literally scared the life out of me,
What do
man.
you think we can do to help you? Where are you from? We live in
Northamptonshire.
There, fast asleep, was a woman. This experience served as a reminder to be cautious. You never truly know if a building is abandoned. In July 2022, Eric, the creator of Nomadic Fanatic, arrived at his reserved campsite expecting a peaceful getaway. However, his trip turned out to be anything but relaxing.
And I rolled into my campsite and noticed that several of my things were moved, like my chair and my tripod, and people were setting up camp in my campsite. Bad at confrontation, just so you guys know. But my tripod, that was where they're putting their tent and blocking me in. And then they got a four-wheeler and a cooler. Apparently, they just had to camp right on top of me in my actual campsite here. Then in front of my RV, you got these three boys setting up their tent right in front of my RV also. So when I rolled in, I was a little frustrated at what I saw because they even had a vehicle kind of blocking the entrance into where my RV was at. But I got out of the car, and I think my exact words are, wow, you guys just had to just camp right on top of me where I'm camping in my personal site? And they said, oh, it's too full everywhere else. I said, well, it got really full here. You moved my camping chair and my tripod, and you just set up camp in my camp. The really messed up part about it is I'm so bad at confrontations that I don't even know how to leave if I wanted to. Like, what would I do? How would I say it? Would I just not talk to him, hook up the car, and just pack up? It's okay, OB. Well, I'm glad that was a fun teaching moment for that family of a-holes. Hey kids, if we get here late and people are already set up, just set up on top of them and make as much noise as possible, be as rude as possible, because that's what camping's all about.
A group of campers nearby was disruptive, and Eric couldn't shake the feeling that they were deliberately trying to aggravate him. As tensions grew, he finally decided to leave before nightfall, uncertain about how they might behave after dark. The next day, shocking news emerged. One of the campers had been found lifeless at the bottom of a cliff. Stunned, Eric realized that despite his frustrations, no one deserved such a fate. More than anything, he was grateful for his decision to leave when he did. Instagram user Hainfishkeeper was out fishing when they encountered a chilling sight and shared a reel on their account. The video quickly ignited debate about the enormous creature lurking beneath the surface. Some believe it's merely a giant crocodile, while others insist it's far too large and exhibits unusual behavior with its prey. Speculation suggests it could be something entirely unknown, possibly a prehistoric beast or an undiscovered sea monster. One thing is undeniable: it's absolutely terrifying. A Twitch streamer was live streaming while walking in Taiwan when viewers noticed something deeply unsettling. A man dressed in black, wearing a hood and face mask, repeatedly appeared in her stream. No matter how far she walked, he stayed in the background, deliberately remaining within her sight. As the stream went on, his presence grew more unsettling, but every time the streamer moved, the man reappeared.
He's all the way there, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna like wait. It's more sus and scary because he's like, we cannot see his face at all. He doesn't even talk to me. He just like follows. Look, he's just there. Did he hide in the bush? Did he hide in the bush? I will confront him when I arrive at one of the places where there are more people, if it's still following there. Because right now it's just me and him. I don't want to confront the person when it's just 1 versus 1.
This continued for hours until she spotted a police car and decided to explain the situation to the officers. After confronting the man, the streamer later revealed that he wasn't just a random stranger, but his identity and intentions remained unclear. While hiking on Pilot Mountain in North Carolina, a couple unknowingly filmed something strange.
Is it really? Oh, there's more than one of them, huh?
At the time, they were sure no one else was around, but when they reviewed the footage later, they saw a ghostly figure appear and vanish out of nowhere. Many viewers pointed out that it resembled someone dressed as a Confederate soldier, which made sense given the area's long history of Civil War ghost sightings. The hikers realized they had captured something unusual and have since become firm believers in ghosts. Sadie was hiking alone high in the mountains when she stopped to take a selfie. Later, while going through her photos at home, she noticed something unsettling. In the background, far behind her, a strange figure appeared. It looked humanoid, but it was too far and distorted to tell if it was a person, an animal, or something else entirely. The sight unsettled her. It didn't resemble any hiker or wildlife she knew. Whatever it was, it definitely didn't belong there. The photo still gives her chills. In Canada, a dog had fallen through the ice, trapped in freezing water and struggling to stay afloat.
Bob, be nice. He's gonna help you. When you get closer, sweep around so you're going feet first. When you get closer, start going first. He's growling at you already. Don't worry about it. He's gonna save you. Bob, it's okay. Bob, be good. Try, go get my Cheetos.
Here's his name.
His name is Bob. His name is Bob. Behind him and come up. Go that way. His name is Bob.
Give me
Bob,
slack.
be good.
Keep giving me slack. I need more slack.
He's in the ice.
If you can, just come up behind him and lift him up. Now come forward. It's all right, big man.
There you go.
Bob. Bob, it's okay. Okay, good.
Good job. Good job.
Bob, no.
Bob.
Bob, pull him up. Push him up. Push him up.
He's trying to bite his face. Just give him.
Pull, guys. Pull. Retreat.
Stop pulling.
Retreat.
Pull, guys. Pull.
Retreat. Good.
Yeah, that's right. It's okay. Come here. Babe. Back here.
Fortunately, firefighters arrived, and one of them, secured by a rope, crawled out onto the unstable ice. The surface cracked beneath him, sending him plunging into the frigid lake. But he didn't give up. He pressed on and eventually reached the dog, pulling it to safety. After warming up, both the dog and the firefighter were thankfully unharmed. A group of men had settled in for a peaceful night of car camping deep in the forest. Everything was quiet until around midnight, when something unexpected happened.
leopard वो जा रहा वो भागा दोस्तों वो भाग गया
A leopard appeared near their campsite. Luckily, they noticed it in time, and the animal quickly disappeared back into the woods. A group of friends was having a fun day out in the woods and decided to take a group photo to remember the moment. However, when they later looked through the pictures, one of them spotted something odd. Between a blonde girl in green and a brunette in gray, a strange face appeared, one that didn't belong to anyone in the group. Was it a ghost? A wandering spirit lost in the forest? Or perhaps one of those eerie illusions where our brains detect faces in random patterns? Dine, a YouTuber known for sharing party clips and DJ sets, decided to document his hike in Suffolk County, New York. While deep in the woods, he came across something strange and unsettling.
Okay, we're deep in the woods. Sort of, we're like on the border, because like there's a side of the woods where there's people's houses. But I came to a trail that led to a trail that led to a trail up the hill, and I came down this, and as you can see, probably can see, it's fucking blocked. There's trees knocked over, blocking it, and cut down so that it's hard to get down the hill. But I saw what looked like a fire pit, and since I've already found one back the way I came, and it was just made by neighborhood kids, and when I was there I met one of the kids that rides a dirt bike in here, and he was probably like in his 20s. I don't know if he was like a kid, but the point is I thought this might be something similar. So I come down the fucking hill. And remember, we're still in the woods. We're still in the fucking woods, right? I don't know what this is. Do you see the fucking trees? Look at the white shit. Okay. I was like, okay, these are probably no trespassing signs, or maybe it's something for the wildlife or something. And look, we're bordered on all sides by hills. Anyone with any sense of strategy or tactics, let's, being in the center of a bunch of hills is tactically disadvantageous because people can hide on the tops and throw things or shoot at you. Anyway, I'll cut right to the chase because I might die. Look what these fucking are. What the fuck is going on in here? And this isn't like woods I've never been to. Like, I've been here before. I've been here a lot. I've been here so much, I've actually been to the hospital getting stitches because of some of the adventures that I've had. That's beside the point. These are all different fucking people. And they're all just... This is Utah, Florida. They're all different. They're all fucking different. Every single one. This one's from Georgia. And look at this shit. Like, look where the fuck we are. Who the fuck does something like this?
He couldn't shake the feeling that it might be connected to the local missing person cases. Then, he heard voices in the distance and quickly fled the area.
It's another missing guy. Brian Schaefer, 2006. OSU medical student. Look over there. You see that shit? The orange thing on the tree. It's a drop light. Or this. Holy shit, I just realized what I'm looking at. The video's not doing it justice, but this bundle of sticks, they're lashed together. That's a cage of some kind, or a hut, or a lean-to or something. And over here in the middle of the fire pit, that's a shovel. I don't even know if this fucking shit is booby-trapped. Think about it. Somebody that could put this together,
Like, they could be watching me right now. What's in there? "21 years old, Santa Ana, California, missing 2006. All of these sticks that you can see, they're all lashed together at right angles, as if to make a cage, or a shelter, or a lean-to, or a trap. And this part right in the middle, it's a hole. It's a filled-in hole, but it's a hole. I'm assuming that whatever this is, or was, collapsed. But whatever it was intricate, and it clearly took a lot of time to make. Somebody worked pretty hard on this. What's this one? Stacy Peterson, 23 years old, missing from Illinois, 2007. Oh shit, I heard voices. We have to get the fuck out of here.
He reported what happened to the police, and they investigated, with nearby residents claiming it was simply Halloween decorations. However, weeks later, Dine returned to the site, only to find the posters had been removed and replaced with handmade, no trespassing signs.
What they've done, they printed out their own no trespassing signs. Homemade. I'm assuming these are all legally binding. I have no way of knowing, so I'm not taking any chances. You can see they attached them to the trees with ordinary masking tape. These aren't even laminated. This is posted, private property, no trespassing. Violators will be prosecuted. And we've got one there, one there, one there.
Yet, the eerie feeling lingered. Were those just decorations? Or was something far more sinister at play? 2 men were out on a frozen river in Russia when, without warning, the ice split and started drifting away.
Давай. Тыкай. Спиннинг мой нахуй, смотри. Да хуй на этот спиннинг. Нам бы вылезти, блядь. Про него и забыл, блядь. Давай. Короче, ребята. Фу, блядь, слышь, я...
Before they knew it, they were stuck on a massive chunk of ice, floating along with the current. Can you imagine if they had stayed on it? Where might the river have carried them? And would that icy platform have held together long enough? Luckily, they weren't too far from shore. With some fast thinking and a little bit of luck, they managed to get off safely. On March 2nd, 2025, a man received a notification from his trail camera in the middle of the night. When he reviewed the footage, he saw something truly unsettling. At 2:32 a.m., a figure appeared in the distance. It looked like a girl, but there was something strange about her presence. It seemed unlikely that any normal person would be in such a remote area at that hour, especially so close to someone's home. Maybe it wasn't a girl at all. These hikers had just parked their van when the unexpected happened.
Girl, I am so amazed because I have never.
He pulling all the doors.
And he done opened the door on the van. Oh!
Get out! Get out of there.
Y'all better stop.
Don't you go down there.
Please don't.
Don't go down there. Don't go down there.
Oh, Lord, he up in the car. Y'all, the up in the doors and got in the car. Oh, Lord, he got them popcorns. Look at him. He just wanted some food. Oh. Girl, he done got the popcorn and got out.
A bear appeared, but just as calmly as it had arrived, it eventually wandered back into the forest. Thankfully, no one was inside the van during the encounter. At 3:30 a.m. on November 20th, 2019, this man received a call from his mom. Her car alarm had gone off, and she feared something might be inside. He quickly drove over to check and found this.
Oh, hey, it's a bear in the car. Well, that's not good, is it? What are you doing, buddy? Come on, man. Oh, your car has heavy damage. Oh, yeah, this is not good.
How the hell did it get in my car?
It opened the door.
A hungry bear, driven by the cold and scarcity of food, had gotten into the car. Oddly, there was no food in the vehicle. But honestly, would you be able to stay that calm if a bear was sitting in your car? Deep in the forest, a group of woodcutters stumbled upon something truly unusual.
This has been pouring for a minute. That's crazy. Loco! A waterfall.
While cutting into a tree, one of them triggered an unexpected reaction. Water suddenly burst out of the trunk. It might look fake, but it's very real. Some trees, especially those in damp environments or during certain seasons, absorb so much moisture that it builds pressure inside. When the tree is cut, that pressure releases all at once, causing water to shoot out like a geyser. A group of friends were driving through a forest when one of them spotted something unusual and began recording.
Slowly.
A white figure darted between the trees, so quickly it barely seemed real. They eventually stopped the car to take a closer look, but found nothing. At first, they assumed it had to be an animal, maybe just a trick of the eye. But when they reviewed the footage, it didn't resemble any animal they knew. It looked human, but that couldn't be possible, could it? Tom was using the Randonautica app when it directed him to an unfinished construction site. Intrigued, but puzzled, he stepped inside to figure out why he'd been led there. The house was silent and unsettling. Nothing seemed to add up, so he turned to leave. But as he entered the construction yard, strange noises echoed nearby.
Do not know. I honestly don't know whatsoever. Yo! What the fuck? What the fuck? What the
Suddenly a man appeared, and Tom took off running, narrowly escaping. Once he reached safety, he started recording again, still shaken as he tried to make sense of the terrifying experience he'd just survived. This unsettling photo was captured near a forest late at night. A figure dressed in dark clothing stands silently by a fence. Locals claim no one in the area resembled her, leaving the question, who was she, and why was she there alone? Some think it was just a passerby, but to me, she doesn't seem like an ordinary one. There's something strange about her presence, something that feels off. Could there be a more disturbing story behind this mysterious moment? On January 1st, 2023, the YouTube channel Van Life Adventures with Jack shared a video that began as a serene solo camping trip in the Scottish Highlands. Jack had navigated narrow, rain-soaked roads with plans to visit Castle Campbell. After capturing some scenic drone footage, he found a remote, quiet spot to park for the night. At first, everything felt peaceful, until he noticed a car parked nearby, which seemed strange given how secluded the location was. Then came faint noises and subtle movements outside his vehicle, putting him on edge.
Somebody has parked the car. What the fuck? I am going to prepare to leave this area. Oh, the tunes are on. Fuck this. It's clearly some young kids that came up. I'm getting out of here. I don't like this.
When his car began to shake slightly, and with no phone signal and fear building, he noticed more vehicles arriving. Not willing to risk what might come next, he quickly packed up and drove off. A group of locals were out for a walk in Qin County, Sichuan, China, when they experienced a terrifying moment. They spotted the hillside starting to move just in time and managed to sprint to safety. The falling rocks missed them by only seconds. But thankfully, no one was injured. The region had experienced days of heavy rainfall, which likely set off the landslide. What could have ended in tragedy turned into a narrow escape, captured on camera. A TikToker's friend shared a scenic photo from their trip to Boone, North Carolina, deep in the Appalachian Mountains. At first, there didn't seem to be anything unusual, but when they zoomed in on the distance, a figure was visible. It appeared to be a woman, but something about it didn't seem quite human. Some speculated it could have been a skinwalker, while others thought it might have been a ghost. The friend was certain they were completely alone out there, and it definitely wasn't a person. Whatever it was, it certainly changed the atmosphere of that beautiful view. On July 5th, 2022, a woman was walking her dog near a quiet lake, surrounded by the peacefulness of nature. As usual, she filmed a short clip of her dogs playing. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary, but when she reviewed the footage later, she noticed something unusual. In the distance, a large dark figure appeared to be moving between the trees. Who or what did she capture that day? A woman was hiking along a jungle trail when she filmed a fun clip for Instagram. What she didn't realize was that a snake had slithered out from the bushes right behind her because she stayed calm without even knowing the danger. The snake didn't feel threatened and didn't react. It could have ended terribly, but she got lucky. It seems she didn't notice at the time, only realizing the close call when she watched the video later. Backpacking UK, a YouTube channel known for its solo wild camping adventures, shared a tense and unexpected experience from August 19th, 2023. The YouTuber had ventured into a remote woodland to test some new gear, expecting a peaceful day outdoors. He set up camp, showcasing his spacious two-person tent and equipment. Everything seemed calm and serene, but that peace didn't last long.
Got it. Just been busted. Really busted. Like 3 guys Land Rover busted. Oh dear. Have to keep it quiet. Oh dear. Well, campers. That was an experience. But a good one. It's out of the way now. It's the first time I've been busted. So, oh God, nearly got shot. Fucking hell. Oh dear. God. Nice. This old guy with a gun. Someone in a suit. And then the backup team, which I weren't going to mess with them. Just asking what I was doing. Oops, not good.
Out of nowhere, a jeep appeared, and 3 men confronted him, one of whom was visibly armed. They told him they had nearly shot him, mistaking him for someone else. Thankfully, he stayed calm. By explaining the situation calmly, he was able to de-escalate things. No harm was done, but the encounter left him shaken. A man set up a stealth camera on his property in North Carolina, intending to capture some wildlife footage, but he never expected to record this. In one of the shots, a strange little girl appeared. She shouldn't have been there. It seemed like she was walking, or perhaps even running. No one in the area recognized her, and there were no reports of trespassing. Some viewers even claimed to spot another figure lurking in the background. If that's the case, could she have been running from someone? What exactly happened here? Van life often appears serene, and for YouTuber Casey Johnston, it's just another part of her everyday routine. But one morning in southern Utah, that peaceful vibe quickly shifted. She had parked near a small town for the night, expecting a quiet morning. Instead, around 7 a.m., something unsettling happened.
So Olive and I woke up fairly early, I started working on my computer and recording some footage for the vlog, and I noticed at about 7 a.m. a black car went past us very slowly on the main road here. The speed limit is 40 miles an hour, and this car was going maybe 15 to 20 miles an hour, which struck me as odd, but they kept driving, so I really didn't think much of it. Until about 5 minutes later, the same car came back down the road and pulled off into the same lot as us and actually drove behind the van. And I was close enough to the car at this point that I could see there were two men in it. One was driving and one was in the passenger seat. And they actually went up a little road that was behind the lot that we were parked in. And they got to the end of the road, turned right back around, and then very slowly started coming back down the road towards the van. So this whole time I'm sat up here in the cab area very discreetly trying to watch what they're doing out this driver's side window. But once they got close enough back towards the van, I actually moved from up here into the back area because that is where I keep my safety items. And unfortunately, I don't have a window on the driver's side back there, so I lost my visual of them, but I could hear that they pulled their car up right along the driver's side of the van, and they actually honked their horn at us.
Someone approached her van, not just once, but 3 separate times. This wasn't a person casually asking for directions. It was clear they were intentionally trying to get her attention.
Which, of course, I ignored. And after I didn't respond to their honk, one of them got out of the car and came up and started knocking on my driver's side window. Which I also ignored. And just to clarify, this was not a police car, this was not a security car. These were just 2 dudes in a car. So a couple minutes after I ignored the knocking, they finally left. They went back out onto the road and I watched them slowly drive away. At this point, I knew I needed to leave the lot, but I wasn't sure where I was going to go because, again, this is a small town and it is surrounded by very desolate areas. So the last thing I wanted to do was immediately try to leave town, drive out into the middle of nowhere, and have them follow me.
What made it even more disturbing was the fact that they had already seen her van earlier and likely knew she was alone. Casey remained still, hoping they would go away. Eventually they did, but not for long. They returned again, this time just watching from a distance. Feeling uneasy, she drove to a nearby restaurant to gather her thoughts. After breakfast, she decided to put serious distance between herself and that town, driving for hours until she reached a busier city. Though she made it out safely, the question still haunts her. What were they planning? In November 2005, while hiking the staircase trail on Mount Bugong, a hiker stopped to take a photo of a bivouac hut along the way. At the time, nothing seemed out of the ordinary, but after making their way down the mountain and reviewing the pictures, something strange stood out. In one photo, a dark figure appeared in the window on the left side of the hut. No one had noticed it while there, and there hadn't been any other hikers nearby, nor had anyone approached that part of the hut. Unnerved by the mysterious image, they left the area quickly. Around 3 a.m., Reddit user Leonard Blay was suddenly awoken by strange noises outside his cabin. At first, it was hard to make out what the sound was. Some said it resembled a fox, while others thought it sounded more like a woman screaming. Most likely, it was just a fox. But hearing that sound alone in the woods at such a late hour was undeniably eerie. Beth, a solo traveler known for her tranquil van life adventures, recently had a terrifying experience while camping in Tennessee.
I am headed northeast of Tennessee. I was down in Georgia. But apparently there's going to be a really bad storm system moving through like Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, Tennessee with some tornado warnings and like very strong likelihood of tornadoes. So I decided to drive a couple hours to avoid those warning areas. It's supposed to be rainy, which is fine, but it allows me a couple days to like ride out the storm. Clouds are really rolling in. It's supposed to start raining any minute. So I'm gonna just find a safe spot to camp.
Heading northeast to avoid a storm system sweeping through the south, she chose a seemingly safe, remote lakeside spot. But the weather quickly turned, with rain flooding the area and turning the ground into mud.
Definitely worse trying to get out. The water has just risen so much. All that area now has water filling up. The water is just starting to pile up and make like a little stream here. And so the last thing I want to do is get caught in mud and water, especially when the next 23 hours, it's a lot of water going to be settling here. So see, it's already like starting, and there's the lake. And I don't want to be stuck in that. Okay, I've made the decision to get out of this mud area because the water is really like rising over here and it's puddling so bad. I'm just worried I'm gonna be stuck in the mud. I hope I'm not already. I think it's better for me to get up on more pavement area, so that's what I'm gonna attempt to do. Over here, where it is more not as muddy. Even though I'm closer to this other person, this is gravel here, and this is just going to be a better option. Okay, so this spot is a lot better.
When she noticed others struggling, she offered her help, providing tools and support until they were freed.
Back where I was, then I just moved from over there. A car came in. They just got stuck. They're rocking the van back and forth in reverse and trying to push it out. I'm gonna go out and see if they need any help. I'm putting my boots on. I'm gonna go see if those guys need help. I at least have a shovel that they can use, but they are stuck down where I was. Big shovel, but it's something that can help them hopefully. I'm gonna see if they can use it. I was down here earlier, but with the rain, it was so bad I had to move because I was worried I was gonna get
But back in her van, the alert started flooding in. Tornado warning.
Okay guys, here's the situation. I just got active tornado warning on my phone. I can hear it. It's scary.
If you're just now tuning in, we do have one storm that we're watching right now that has a tornadic that's coming up towards Stratford. Really need you guys to take shelter from that one.
Okay, it's okay, bud. I know it's scary. I know it's scary. Trying to watch this area in Tennessee. Oh, here we go, Pikeville. Pikeville and Spring City are in the worst of it right now. I need to hear what he's saying on here. Oh my gosh.
As we watch this storm come together here, we've also got a continued tornado warning for Morgan and Scott counties in Tennessee.
Oh gosh, I just got the warning on this saying that I have a tornado warning. Okay, well we actually have a warning here. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Oh my gosh, the lightning. Oh, that thunder is so bad. I know, it's okay, Paula. It's okay. Shh. Well, there's nowhere to actually like take cover at all because I'm in a freaking van in the middle of the woods. The lightning is insane right now.
With no shelter, just trees and the storm's fierce winds, Beth huddled with her cat, Apollo, and braced for the worst. She survived the night, but the emotional scars lingered. Grizzly Gaz, a YouTuber known for camping in wild and unusual spots, ventured back into a forest he had previously explored. This time, he brought his dog along. As he wandered through the misty woods, an eerie atmosphere surrounded him. Then, as he settled in for the night, he heard this.
I've just heard gunshots. And they're shot, mate. Oh, fucking hell, you farted. Or is that your breath? Chill out. I don't feel like stopping here if there's shooting going on.
Gunshots echoing through the forest. Feeling uneasy, he decided to leave. But as he was leaving, he noticed something strange. Moments later, he heard it.
See, I start hearing stuff, but then when I stop and I breathe like that.
A blood-curdling scream, immediately followed by another gunshot. At first, he brushed it off, but later, he updated his viewers, revealing that he had reported the incident to the police. Unfortunately, no further updates on the case have been shared. While hiking at Blackpool Beach in 2016, a woman decided to take a photo of her 2 sons. At first glance, everything seemed normal, but upon closer inspection, an eerie figure can be seen lurking in the background, between the boys' legs. Startled, they immediately looked around, but no one was there. To this day, the strange presence in the photo remains unexplained. While walking home from a camping trip in the Czech countryside, a Reddit user and their friend encountered something unusual. About 500 meters from the village, they spotted 2 or 3 small lights flickering in a nearby field. It wasn't from car headlights. There was no traffic at that hour. The lights appeared almost like signals. Then, they heard a strange noise.
Jebe, pičo, to nejsou ptáci, vole. To je do piče. To je nějak, pičo, nějaký vysílačky, skurvený. Pičo, jdem, vole. Jsem posraný, jak smrt, to jsem ještě neslyšel, ty pičo. Taky ty kokos, vole, co jsou skurvený, to nemůžu tady. Mě tady skenujou, pičo. Pičo, nestav. Mám to strhnovat radši. Pičo, to jo. Jak jsem to měl rád, vole. Ale tady taky. A nic se nekoná. Cože? Že se nic nekoná. Počkej, to přijde do toho. Se na to, pičo, pojď. Počkej. Se na to, pojď. Třeba vyplaším. Se na to, pojď. Pičo, pojď. Změnil se jim signál. Že jo? Ty pičo. Pičo, jako je to? Co ti jebe, kámo? To znělo, jak se přiblížil. Jo, právě. Ty pičo.
At first, they assumed it might be birds, but at 11 p.m., that seemed unlikely. Even when they tossed a stick toward the source, the sounds didn't stop. Instead, they grew louder and seemed to move closer. Later, their research pointed to a possible explanation: electromagnetic waves caused by solar particles. But that still didn't explain the mysterious lights. A Reddit user shared eerie security camera footage captured at their family home deep in the woods. The video revealed a strange, unidentifiable figure staring directly into the camera, triggered by a motion sensor. The footage later zoomed in, showing only a shadowy corner of a shed. If any additional footage of the figure's movements existed, it wasn't included, but it's likely the user would have shared it if they had it. In their post, they mentioned that 3 people had passed away on the property, one of whom had taken their own life. Now they can't help but wonder if this mysterious figure is somehow connected to those tragedies. This footage was captured by the YouTuber Exploring with Angelo while he explored the Spruce Trail, a path notorious for a tragic incident involving a young girl.
So we're back on the infamous Spruce Trail because Bruce is everywhere. And tonight we're searching for something called the Red-Eyed Demon.
That just sounds scary in itself.
Right?
Yeah.
I'll explain further once we actually get in. There's a bit of a story about this place, something that happened to a girl who was hiking here. And we also got to talk about what the hell these red-eyed demons were. I didn't even really know this was a thing, and then somebody told me, and then I was talking about it with Frank, who's currently holding the camera, and he's like, oh yeah, those are the bad ones. I'm like, what do you mean? There's like different there's like a caste system for demons? I didn't know that.
Yeah, their eye color matters.
Okay, did not know that. But yeah, let's go in, I guess.
Yeah.
Angelo and his friend chose to camp there, hoping to encounter the red-eye demon. To communicate with any spirits, he used a spirit talker.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you would call it, but it's like
my shadow.
Okay, that's creepy.
Okay.
As they ventured deeper into the forest, unusual things began to occur.
Okay, yeah, let's turn back.
Nerve-wracking right now. I did just see a shadow. It just went back by there.
Did you?
Yeah. As soon as you turned around, I seen something go to the right.
Oh, crap.
What the hell? I hope the camera caught that, because I was facing that way, but not enough light. Okay.
Okay.
Yep, okay.
Time to go.
That's 3 times we've seen a shadow.
All right, let's just get back over there. We'll, what the hell does that mean? Malefaction?
They eventually found an ideal campsite and set up camp amidst the trees. After setting up his tent, Angelo attempted to communicate with the spirits.
Help us.
That sounded like hi when you first started there.
Kind of. Yeah.
Hi, help us.
Got anything to say? We hear there's a red-eyed demon here, which is creepy. We kind of want to know your name.
At
one point it sounded like it said hello.
What was that?
Is there actually a demon here, or did Sarah see something else?
See?
What did she see? Help again?
Yeah.
Who needs help? Was somebody like murdered here or something that we don't know about? Demon.
Yeah.
And almost immediately, he started hearing eerie noises.
I heard something. What the fuck is that?
What the hell? What was that noise?
I don't know.
Checking his surroundings, he noticed that the door was open.
There's no lights. What the fuck was that? It was like metal.
Yeah, it did sound like metal.
What the fuck? Somebody out there?
Boy.
Wait, what
the hell? What? That? No, it wasn't.
We didn't leave that open,
No.
right?
It's kind of why I stuttered on my words for a second there.
Okay. I also don't remember there being a stick there.
It wasn't. Or, what the hell? You see that on the floor?
What?
Right there.
This? That is the guest book.
What the hell?
What the?
What?
Okay. We're just gonna. Oh. Bad.
What the fuck? What? I'm so confused.
Yeah, me too.
And the guest book was out of place, prompting them to investigate further.
Huh.
Interesting.
That sucks. That I heard something. Anything out there?
Something's moving.
Yeah. Where though? It sounded like it was up there. Something there. See that? There's like something white.
Oh yeah, on the floor.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, there's like hardly even a breeze anywhere.
Like there's just nothing.
I just heard something move again out there. Okay,
Up
now
there.
down there.
It's up there. What's there? Oh. Damn, why is this place so weird tonight?
Yeah.
I guess because we're actually like actively looking for something?
Maybe?
Whew. All right, I have an idea. Maybe let's try going lights out one more time out here.
I hate this.
Look to the right.
Oh, come on.
Oh, what the fuck? My right?
I guess it'd be both our rights.
There's something moving behind you. Okay, turn your light on.
Okay.
What the f did I just see?
Where? What?
Behind you.
Behind?
What am I even, like, what the?
What do you mean behind me? What did you see behind me? That was behind me.
I swear I saw
Analyze.
a hand coming up over your shoulder.
Oh,
that was
man.
the creepiest thing. Why is it, like, targeting you? That's so weird. What the f was that? Was that you? And it's weird because it just looked like a normal human hand just coming up and over you.
I don't know if I feel better about that or just as worried.
Right?
Medium?
Like 3 feet? 4 feet?
I mean, it's hard to tell because the hill was there, but...
Despite all these unsettling events, he was torn about staying but ultimately decided to remain there for the night. 75-year-old Peter Paw had gone on a walk with his family in Brancaster, Norfolk, when he suddenly went missing. After 24 hours of searching, there was still no sign of him, and hope for his survival was fading. Then, a police drone spotted him lying alone in the marshes, struggling in the water, and desperately trying to escape. As soon as officers saw him, they launched a rescue mission. Navigating through the difficult terrain, the team finally reached Paw and brought him to safety. Without the drone's aerial search capabilities, the rescue could have taken days, time he likely didn't have. Thankfully, what could have been a tragedy turned into a successful mission. In July 2016, YouTuber LPZ went on a camping trip, just like many times before. But this time, things took a terrifying turn. At 2 a.m., he was abruptly shaken awake by something. His suspicions were confirmed at dawn. A lion was nearby, close to his campsite. The night passed in eerie silence, interrupted only by the occasional roar of the lion. By daylight, the lion was still roaming near his tent. Fortunately, the lion eventually wandered off into the wilderness, allowing LPZ to safely make his way back to his car. An Indonesian dirt biker set off on a forest trail adventure, but as he ventured deeper into the woods, he realized he wasn't alone. Unbeknownst to him, his camera had captured an unknown figure in a tree, silently watching him.
Astaghfirullahaladzim. Astaghfirullahaladzim. Astaghfirullahaladzim.
Oblivious, he rode on and eventually stopped to explore on foot. That's when he saw it. Panic set in, and he quickly sprinted back to his bike. But as he tried to escape, his engine mysteriously stalled. After struggling to restart it, he finally managed to speed off, only to find himself back at the same eerie spot. The figure was still there, unmoving, just staring. For a moment, he stared back, trying to make sense of what he was seeing. Then, the figure moved.
Astagfirullahaladzim. Cuy. Ih, tinggi pohon. Kampret, anjir. Di ranting pohon, cuk.
He quickly took off, realizing whatever that thing was, it was something he didn't want to understand. Late one night, 2 explorers in the UK ventured into a graveyard, hoping to capture some eerie photographs. As they wandered through the cemetery, they noticed something unusual near one of the tombs and decided to take a picture. However, when they later reviewed the image, they were startled to see a ghostly figure seemingly touching the tombstone. Initially, they considered it might be smoke, but there was no fire, and neither had been smoking. While some dismissed it as a mysterious mist, others in the paranormal community believe it could be the spirit of the person buried there. A YouTuber known for his solo comedic adventures decided to take a trip with a friend, but this time, it wasn't as peaceful as usual.
This is freaking crazy. So this morning, it was like 5:30 or 6 in the morning. I was sleeping and I felt the camper shake, and we're supposed to have a friend driving by on the highway right out here. And I thought it was my friend messing with me, trying to get in the camper and all that, and I just ignored him. I just didn't want to, I was sleeping. And all of a sudden I heard Max yelling outside, like, "Hey man, what are you doing? Get off there!" Like just screaming at him and like threatening the guy. And the guy was crazy. He had freaking socks on. He had no shoes, looked all messed up. And the dude was trying to break into this camper while I was sleeping in it. And I mean, we're out in the middle of nowhere. Like I have no idea where he walked from, Like, I have no idea at all. And turns out he had broken into Max's truck. He was sitting in the front seat. The front seat's all soaked. There's blood all over the floor. He started opening up Max's chips and stuff and eating his chips. And then he climbed to the porch and was trying to get in here. So anyway, Max and I kicked him out of here, and he walked up to the road and was trying to break into a school bus. There's a school bus going to pick kids up right up there on the highway, and the school bus is chilling right up there, and the dude was trying to break in. So the school bus guy called the cops. And so this is crazy. Some guy tried to break into my camper, and the cops are here now, obviously, and the cops just grabbed him.
Despite the unsettling experience, he still enjoyed the trip and carried on with his camping adventures. Only now, he'd make sure to be better prepared next time. A man was walking through a dense forest when he suddenly froze in fear. His heart raced as he spotted something unusual moving between the trees. Panicked, but curious, he quickly pulled out his phone and started recording. Hidden behind a tree, he captured a few seconds of a large, hairy figure slowly walking through the woods. The brief clip quickly spread across social media, with many claiming it as proof of Bigfoot's existence. While the figure resembles the famous cryptid, the poor video quality leaves much to speculation. A British hiker, known as El Guero in Glaze on social media, found himself lost in the Peruvian mountains while trekking the Santa Cruz circuit near Juarez. On the second day of his journey, he got separated from his group and struggled to navigate through thick fog, snow, and ice while attempting to reach the Penta Union Pass at 15,000 feet. Just when he felt alone and uncertain, a stray dog appeared out of the mist.
Hey! What on earth are you doing up here? How'd you get here? How'd you get here? You're at 4,600 meters. Got a new guide. I've lost my guide. This isn't my new guide. We need to go somewhere up there. Okay, you lead the way. Go. Come on. Let's go. If we get lost, I'm blaming you, huh? You're in charge now. There's no one left. Creo que este perro no entiende inglés. Se ha ido. Estoy perdido. ¿Dónde estoy? Perrito, te necesito. Perrito, no me dejes. Es el perrito maldito. Me dejaste. Me dejaste. Pensaba que estábamos en esto juntos. ¿Qué haces aquí? Mira. Punto de unión. Y hay un perro. Bueno, llegamos al pico. No gracias a este, ¿eh? Me dejó. ¿Por qué me dejaste? Ah, no me quiere mirar. Compártate bien. Estamos grabando, wey. Back with Maldito Perrito. We made it to camp. It's walked onto the bridge. I've forgiven him for ditching me at the top. And we're both just happy to have made it.
Without hesitation, the dog began to guide him, instinctively leading him along the safest paths. Eventually, the loyal companion led him to a sign pointing towards his destination, Penta Union. The Brit explained that when they reached the top, the two simply waited in silence for the other hikers to arrive. While riding through the forest, a biker noticed a bear and stopped for a closer look, unaware of what was about to unfold.
Okay.
Without warning, the bear charged, sending a wave of panic through him. He quickly restarted his engine and sped away, barely managing to escape. The bear loomed behind him, but he didn't dare glance back. While hiking in Joshua Tree, California, a man came across a small, recently disturbed burial site in the middle of the desert. The loose dirt suggested it had been placed there not long ago, with a partially unearthed jar sticking out. He speculated that it might contain ashes, but the purpose behind its placement and why it was left exposed remained a mystery. Many cautioned him against touching or opening the jar, as no one knew its true purpose. Some even suspected it could be linked to a dark ritual, or possibly something haunted. A family set out to explore a supposedly haunted cemetery. As they approached, they discovered a lifeless animal lying near a tree, adding to the eerie atmosphere of their exploration. They continued forward, recording some tombstones, until one family member noticed something strange.
No, esto de no creer, esto de no creer, vamos. Corran. La verdad que no me lo podía esperar.
Did you see that small, ghostly figure moving slowly? Panic set in, and they quickly distanced themselves from the mysterious figure. But curiosity got the better of them, and they turned back for one last glimpse.
Ahí se ve. La verdad que se mueve, está en movimiento. La verdad que Jesús de Nazaret. No, vamos, corran. Agárrale.
Was it really a ghost? While camping in the forest, a man stumbled upon something unsettling, an eerie mask with a disturbing design lying in the mud. There was no clue as to who it belonged to, but something about it felt off. Was it just a discarded prop, or had it been used for something far more sinister? A man was out for a walk in nature when he unknowingly stumbled into a massive colony of spiders. Surprisingly, he stayed calm, almost as if he had experienced this before. Now, imagine having all those tiny creatures crawling over you. Would you still remain that relaxed? Zach and A, the duo behind the YouTube channel Nomadic Habits, travel full-time in their Sprinter van with their dogs. However, on January 24th, while camping in Texas, they found themselves in a terrifying situation.
I'm freaking out.
The warning will be allowed to expire.
See? Warnings are expiring.
No, it's not. It's still there. It's still on the radar. Up north of us, it's expired, but like on top of us, look at that. It's on top of us. That one has not expired. That warning that's right there has not expired. I'm serious. They're all around us right now. Babe, seriously. Where do we go? What do we do?
It's coming right at us.
Dad, what do we do?
We calm down. That's what we do. That's a tornado.
Stop!
Move!
Stop!
Get in the back!
Stop!
Get in the back!
Stop!
Get in the back!
Stop!
Get down on Marsh!
Around 4:50 p.m. Central Standard Time.
With tornado sirens blaring and chaos unfolding, they decided to abandon their van. Fortunately, Zach, A, and their dogs made it through unharmed. This person was enjoying the serene beauty of the forest, unaware that they weren't alone. As they filmed the scenery, something in the distance caught their attention. At first, it seemed like a large bear hiding among the trees, but as the camera zoomed in, it became clear this was no bear. Some speculated it could be an orangutan, but orangutans don't grow that large and certainly don't live in that area. The person filming stood there for a while, observing the creature, which never moved. Eventually, they had to accept that the mystery might never be solved and left, but the question still lingers in their mind. What was it? A TikToker was passing by a park at 3 a.m. when they witnessed something eerie, a figure swinging violently on a swing set, looping over the top with unnatural force. What made it even more unsettling was how the figure barely moved, giving it an almost ghostly, weightless appearance. The timing, 3 a.m., often referred to as the witching hour, only added to the mystery, as many believe paranormal activity is strongest at this time. Filming from a safe distance, the TikToker quickly ran off and later shared the video, hoping someone on TikTok could provide a logical explanation. While exploring an abandoned mineshaft, a man unexpectedly caught movement on camera. A white figure gliding through the narrow space. Some believe it could have been an owl or a bat, as owls often take refuge in dark places during the day, and bats frequently roost in quiet, enclosed areas. While it's likely nothing supernatural, the moment of uncertainty is understandable. This Reddit user was outside late at night when he noticed something strange. A circular disc-like object was hovering silently among the clouds. Was it a UFO or some rare atmospheric phenomenon? The object remained motionless for a while before vanishing into the night, leaving only questions behind. 2 vloggers were walking through a snowy forest at night when their casual stroll suddenly came to a halt after they heard an unusual sound deep in the woods. Curious, they decided to investigate. Turning on their night vision camera, they spotted someone moving among the trees, covered in what appeared to be a large blanket. Suspicious, they followed the figure to a parked car, but by the time they reached the spot, the person had vanished. The vloggers couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. Was this person hiding a body in the forest? Then again, the vloggers were also wandering around aimlessly. But what was with that blanket? Deep in the forest, a group of men encountered something terrifying. A towering figure, standing on 2 legs, stared directly at them. Panic set in, and they shouted in fear as they rushed to their vehicle, desperate to escape. But as they sped off, they were met with a chilling sight. The creature was already ahead of them, on the road. Then the footage abruptly cut off. Was this a real encounter with the unknown, or was it all just an elaborate hoax? A mother and her child were playing in a park when she had one of the most terrifying experiences a parent could face.
There ain't nobody else out here at this park but me and my son. Brought him out here to play. I'm over there on the swing, and I look over here. What the fuck? Y'all. I think it's time for Prince. Come on, baby. We're about to go.
A person, dressed entirely in black, was peeking from behind a tree, watching her child. The figure stood motionless, not moving, even as she drove out of the parking lot. It felt as though it was waiting for something. Who was this figure, and what were its intentions? A hiker got lost in the dense fog of Dumpling Mountain in Alaska's Katmai National Park. Fortunately, he stumbled upon a live bear camera feed during Fat Bear Week. Chelsea Puett, a dedicated bear watcher, noticed the hiker mouthing, "Help me," and "lost," and quickly alerted explore.org, which contacted park rangers.
I've been keeping a close eye on that camera that day and saw no bears, but I did see a distressed man.
In the middle of Alaska during a windy rainstorm, a lone hiker seen pleading for help.
Within 2 hours, the ranger located him at the camera site, safe and unharmed. Had he not wandered in that exact direction, things could have ended very differently. A true miracle. While camping in Australia, a man set out to explore the area, initially finding everything calm and peaceful. However, he soon realized he wasn't alone. Behind some rocks, he stumbled upon something disturbing. A creature with a triangular face, large eyes, and a gray, skeletal appearance. Though the encounter left him deeply unsettled, the creature's identity remains unknown, leaving its true nature a mystery. In a forest, a woman captured some chilling footage. Although the location and time of the recording are unknown, the audio is unmistakable. Take a listen. A man's voice screaming for help can be heard, and the woman appears confused, almost as if she recognizes the voice. Some believe she might be facing a skinwalker, potentially using familiar sounds to lure her in. As she moves the camera, a face with visible eyes appears. What could possibly be happening here? This footage was captured by the Bell Explorers Group, a team dedicated to investigating and camping in eerie locations. 2 team members ventured into the woods, hoping to connect with any spirits that might be present. Initially, they only heard the distant calls of birds.
Those birds making some nice sounds, aren't they? They're noisy. No. Probably won't catch no fish and all to scare them all away.
Odd for nighttime. Despite their attempts to provoke a response, the spirits remained silent. Then, they heard an unexpected noise.
Is there anyone here? Please, spirit, it'd be nice to contact you. What was that?
You definitely heard it, didn't you?
Yes, come from over there somewhere.
Followed by another strange sound.
Shit.
Spirit, do it again.
Prompting them to wonder if something was watching them. Deciding it was time to leave, they started back toward their car.
I ain't fucking with that. That's not a piece of me, that. I can't deal with that shit. That is not a piece of me.
Only to be pursued by more mysterious sounds, sending them running in fear.
Gotta get out of here. Fuck that. I ain't having that. I'll get back to the car. Ain't a piece of me, that shit.
YouTuber Joey Mack, 420, shared a chilling experience he had while riding his motorbike in the mountains of California with a friend. They were on a long, remote trail, far from any signs of civilization.
I got attacked by killer bees one time. That is a whole nother, oh my god, what the hell is this? What the fuck? Where did she come from? Okay, that is creepy. That is so creepy. Brandon's gonna freak out. Do I go back and look for him?
As Joey rounded a corner, he saw a woman approaching. She looked strangely familiar, which gave him an uneasy feeling. Being about 45 miles from town, he was surprised to encounter anyone. As she walked past him, Joey noticed something unusual. She didn't make eye contact or acknowledge him at all. Later, his friend also encountered her, but noted that she behaved differently, running directly toward him.
What was that? What? That girl? Creepy as fuck, huh? Was that not creepy?
Her bag, I was looking at her bag.
Wait, what?
Bag way down there where I kept going.
Yeah.
There's a bag like hidden in the bushes down there.
Dude, she just like was staring.
Like running at me.
She did?
Yeah, I was like through back to the river.
Yeah.
She was like sprinting through there.
What? She was just like kind of like staring at me. Dude, that was weird. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Joey became concerned. The woman was alone, barefoot, and seemed mentally troubled. Remembering a recent missing persons case, he looked up a photo of 16-year-old Carly Lane Goose, who had gone missing months earlier. The woman's appearance, especially her hairstyle, bore a resemblance to Carly. Worried, Joey decided to contact the local sheriff.
Right here. It's Carly Goose. She actually went missing from Bishop, which is about 3 hours away. But it was just kind of weird how it popped up. So I looked at her face. She has a couple different pictures too. And it popped into my head. I was like, dude, that is her. I have a weird feeling it's her. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna call it in just to make sure it's not. It's better safe than sorry. If you guys ever run into this kind of stuff, it's good just to turn it in so they go check it out and make sure she doesn't need any help. So we're gonna call right now, turn it in, and then see what's going on with it really. So let's call it.
That's Rachel.
Hello, I'm calling about a missing persons report, and I think I might have seen the girl.
Do you know the name of the person?
Yes, it's Carly Goose. She went missing in Bishop, California, but I was out in Hemet. It's like Batista Canyon Road out in the mountains, and I came across a girl that looks really close to her out in the hills right off the side of the road, and I seen a picture of it and just kind of popped in my head, and it looked exactly like her, so I thought I'd call in and make a report at least.
Okay, do you know the cross street to Batista Canyon? Where you saw her?
Yeah, hang on one second, let me look.
Okay, and was she like walking or sitting on the side of the road?
She was walking down a creek bed off the side of the road. I have footage, GoPro footage of it. I was on my motorcycle filming, and I came across it, and I thought it was kind of weird, but she got kind of spooked out too. But she was just too far out, like there was no cars around, nobody was around, so it kind of it's kind of a weird deal.
Okay, and do you remember what color shirt and pants she was wearing?
Yes, a black shirt, and then she had black shorts on. They were pretty short, and then they had like white stripes at the bottom, and she had no shoes on.
And she was by herself?
Yeah, she was by herself.
It turned out Joey wasn't the only one to report a sighting. Another person had seen a thin girl in the area where Carly had disappeared, looking disoriented and staring up at the sky. Curiously, Joey observed that the woman was holding an object that matched details in the second sighting. However, it was baffling to think that someone could survive in the wilderness for so long. Carly was last seen in October 2018, and Joey's encounter was in July 2019. Tragically, Carly remains missing, and Joey's sighting didn't lead to any new breakthroughs in her case. The Flex Tapes is a YouTube channel focused on camping and hiking adventures. In this video, the host decides to spend a night alone at an abandoned farmhouse, far from civilization.
I'm fairly used to this place now. I'm used to where I am. I'm happy with my surroundings. But I'm going to go back and I'm going to spend the night there on my own. So it's just a really, really old farmhouse. There's not really a lot in here. But the reason I want to do this is because of what we found last time, paranormal-wise, and it was a bit strange. So there's a bed upstairs in one of the bedrooms, if I remember rightly. So we're going to go and have a look. Don't know if you can tell, but I'm not feeling good about this.
Despite the eerie atmosphere, he's determined to complete his solo camp. He finds an old metal bed upstairs and decides to sleep there. After setting up a night vision camera, he tries to sleep, but the sound of footsteps on the stairs jolts him awake. Then, something startling happens. appears in the doorway. Realizing he's not alone, the host decides to leave quietly, using the night vision camera to guide his way out. The YouTube channel, Outdoor Adventures, features solo camping trips in the woods, and during one of Frozen's recordings, something unsettling occurred.
Good day 2. I don't have to really worry about doing 20 miles tomorrow because we did 4 extra miles today.
Someone, or something, moved in the bushes behind him, followed by a second movement. Strangely, there was no sound, and Frozen didn't notice or react. The footage was captured near a tree to the right. A trail cam owner had a chilling experience upon reviewing photos taken by his device. He discovered an image of glowing eyes belonging to a pale, unsettling figure standing in an unusual pose and staring directly at the camera. The trail cam had been set up to capture local wildlife, like deer and other animals, but instead, it recorded this mysterious entity. Certain that no humans should have been in the woods at that time, the owner found the figure's appearance baffling. Some speculate the eerie figure could be a rake, adding to the mystery. 2 men are fishing at a lake in San Bingo, Texas, when one of them notices something unusual along the shore.
Okay, so it's something, a dog or what? Oh, la verga!
Initially, they assume it's just a dog or some other animal drinking water, but suddenly, the figure stands up on 2 legs, almost human-like. Upon closer observation, it appears to be covered in fur. Even more strangely, it runs off on all 4s. This isn't the first reported sighting of the creature locals have come to call the Dogman, now a well-known part of regional lore. Reddit user Gypsy Road HGHHW was riding their horse along a quiet forest trail when something unusual caught their attention in the distance. Among the trees, they managed to capture an eerie figure on camera. The strange figure appeared to be hiding behind the trees, and the rider's horse clearly sensed that something wasn't right. Sam and Colby are well known for their thrilling explorations of haunted places. One of their most unnerving episodes, titled Exploring an Abandoned Insane Asylum, features them and the Ireland boys venturing into a deserted asylum hidden deep in a forest.
I literally think there was something downstairs. Whatever thing that you heard earlier. I think that's basically all there is there, though, to explore. It's just a bunch of rooms. Well, then let's go over and figure out what's downstairs before it comes up and finds us. Okay.
As they move through the building, they begin to hear eerie sounds, as if someone else is there. The tension rises when they hear police sirens, causing them to flee and hide in the nearby woods.
There are people right in front of us that are not Colby, and they are looking right past us.
While in the forest, the group experiences a series of chilling events. They spot people entering the asylum, a helicopter flying overhead with searchlights, and then hear a blood-curdling scream.
Guys, what the you hear that? Yeah, get out of here! Go! Guys, run!
The scream frightens them enough to stop filming and run. After the video was posted, it drew significant attention, especially when viewers linked their visit to a local tragedy. They discovered that Sam and Colby were in the forest around September 2017. On September 13th, the body of Lauren Wallen, a pregnant woman who had been missing for 9 days, was found in a shallow grave near the asylum. Although there's no official link between Wallen's tragic death and the scream the group heard, the timing and circumstances have led many to speculate about a possible connection. The YouTube channel Action Adventure Twins made a chilling discovery while exploring the Appalachian Mountains.
Holy crap, guys, check this out. We're back at the mystery pipe. If you haven't seen the first video, we stuck this GoPro on a string and lowered it down this pipe, and it just kept going and going.
They came across an old, deep pipe, from which strange breathing sounds could be heard. For a brief moment, their camera captured a glimpse of a mysterious creature lurking in the darkness. James the Fam takes on a challenge by spending the night alone in one of Florida's famously haunted forests. From the beginning, he hears strange sounds and voices that add to the eerie atmosphere as he explores the area. During his time there, he captures something unusual on film.
Creepy. My biggest nightmare is like one of these trees falling on me, because there's like so many trees obviously that have fallen down, but I'm assuming like most of that's from like storms and stuff like that. Whoa, what the hell, where did that come from? What was that? Straight up, I heard that. Did you guys hear that? I don't know. I don't see anything. Do you guys see anything? Let me know in the comments if you guys see anything, because I feel like, I don't know, maybe there's like some kind of animal out here, but I think I'd hear things like crunching if it really was, so
A ghostly figure appears in his footage, though James doesn't notice it at first. Later, after viewers pointed it out in the comments, he realizes just how unsettling the encounter was. Despite being disturbed by various eerie sounds throughout the night, James made it through safely and unharmed. A man was riding an ATV in the forest near his camp when he encountered something truly disturbing. A metal wire was strung across the path, nearly decapitating him. Fortunately, the wire snapped before it could penetrate his helmet, allowing him to escape unharmed. Unfortunately, these kinds of dangers are common in the area. Warnings on social media advise trail riders about hazardous traps being set up in the woods. YouTuber Josh, who runs the channel Exploring with Josh, once took his crew on an adventure in the Ape Cave, a vast underground cave in Washington County that stretches about 2.5 miles. Though the cave is generally safe and open to the public, Josh and his friends decided to venture into some of its more challenging sections.
I've finally seen some sort of writing, but I can't really make out what it says. But I think we're gonna be kneeling down now. I think we're gonna have to kneel down. Oh God.
They made their way through a corridor that grew narrower until they were forced to crawl through a tight tunnel.
Dude, it goes so low. It goes like round, like kneeling. I too. I don't even know if this leads out anywhere. I think it's just the end. We can be crawling all day. Let's find out.
Just as they debated whether to continue or turn back, Josh noticed that the tunnel seemed to widen ahead. They squeezed through and reached the end of the cave, only to find an unexpected surprise.
Got it. Can I head back now? This girl doesn't have a flashlight. Okay, I'm gonna take out my phone, actually. English? You speak English? No English. No? Oh, okay, okay. Okay, come with us.
Hey, Josh. Do you see those, the couple that was back there?
You wanna come with us?
Tell them their daughter's up here and she's scared.
They don't speak, she doesn't speak English.
She doesn't speak English.
It's okay.
It's alright. This is the way back.
What an experience. As we were about to leave, this little girl comes up out of nowhere, scares us, and at first we're like, wait, whose parents are hers? And she was just there alone by herself. Then she just stood there in the back, so I started talking to her, but she wouldn't answer me. And I was like, wait a minute, I don't think she speaks English. It turns out she really didn't speak English at all. She's by herself, crawled the whole way in there by herself, no light. No light, what the heck? I don't get it, no light.
There, they found a young girl who appeared very frightened. She had reportedly gone missing and had crawled deep into the cave, becoming trapped in one of its farthest sections without any light. With the crew's help, she was safely guided out and reunited with her family. A Reddit user named Luminosity shared a chilling photo from a friend's recent camping trip. Initially, the image looked like an ordinary, cheerful snapshot, but after adjusting the brightness and saturation, a disturbing figure appeared in the background. Commenters speculated it might be a crawler, a term for eerie, humanoid creatures with twisted, unnatural bodies. A group of tourists was camping in the woods when one of them decided to take a late-night walk. Despite warnings from others about strange occurrences in the area after dark, he went ahead. As he ventured further down the road, he suddenly encountered something chilling, a horrifying creature crossing his path. Just the sight of it terrified him so much that he immediately turned and ran as fast as he could. During a family camping trip at night, they shared a memorable evening around a bonfire.
papá bailando con mira. Mira. Ahora pues, ¿Qué hubo? Ya viste mi papá. Aquí traen un empate.
In a video taken during the trip, the father and daughter are seen dancing and enjoying themselves. However, when the mother later reviewed the footage, she noticed a strange, ghostly figure that appeared to be reaching toward her daughter. The family's dog was the first to react to the eerie figure, and even the child noticed it at the time. Now, the family believes they may have captured a demon on camera. Mike Collins shared a chilling photo from his camping trip in Edinburgh, Kent, United Kingdom. He explained that the photo was taken around 3 a.m. after his family was abruptly woken by strange noises near their tent. In the picture, captured by a family member, a tall, ominous figure can be seen lurking among the tree branches above their campsite. Here's a brighter version of the image, making the mysterious figure clearer. A hiker recorded some eerie footage in a Canadian forest with a low-quality camera. In the video, a strange, pale figure with a humanoid shape emerges from the underbrush. Its appearance and movements are deeply unsettling, closely resembling those of a zombie.